success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Manning to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch in the opening drive. Now Manning. He targets Ingram for another grab. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On play action. Now Manning under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Javon Curse just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Manning. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning.
Oh,
Throw there, but it's
that should have been picked.
4th down now as the
That
Titans
should have been
defense
picked.
holds up in coverage. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And the first possession isn't until the 2nd quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down and 13. McNabb. They set up the screen to Emmett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Needing 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. Here's McNabb. Goes right back to Smith again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now McNabb. And the coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
No, it's just an overthrow by
This drive,
McNabb.
but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
He's my best player.
McNabb
He's
to
one of the
throw.
few gold 99s I have.
Once again, another catch for
Also,
Julio Jones. And he will be brought
it's
down
probably
at
my
the
highest
6-yard line.
value player from a
Receptions
coin's
for him, and that's
perspective.
another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
He's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. So the completion good for 6 yards.
Hey, yo,
And
yo.
it'll be second down. Manning. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
It's funny, throughout the time that we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts in the
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And he will be brought down on
Picked off the
final play
sheriff.
of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They go play action. It's McNabb. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's second down in a yard. A play fake. Now McNabb. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few
In the
yards
bucket.
shy of the red zone before
In the
going out.
bucket.
Now it's McNabb. Again, it's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a 4. Again, he'll drop
of surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Fights him off. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Elam on here for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a play fake. Manning shoves him aside, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing now is Manning. A short throw to Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Lynch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run again with Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. A short throw to Ingram, and they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the
That
ground
I
at the 26.
wanted.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down is Manning. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had him open just a split second too late on the release. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way, now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
All this
as they'll
time
head to
we
the
were
sideline and talk over
so
what
much
to do
for
next.
my happy
5 points of
ending.
contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. Henry running right.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Manning. This to possibly force OT. And it's intercepted at the goal line.